Welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. Finally, I have a new video for y'all, and in today's video I've come here to this beautiful classic car collection, as you can see right here. Amazing. There's plenty of history in this place. This is a private collection here in Latvia, in a small town of Tukums. This is also a place that you can come and look at, because this is a small museum and they let people inside. They tell you about the story of each car, how they got it. This has been built over 20 years, this collection, I mean. There's also plenty of bikes, as you can see, and these are mopeds. But as you know, I am a Car Associated YouTube channel and I show you all a lot of interesting cars, so I'm going to show you mostly the cars only, but I'll go to the bikes also. Let's start from the beginning. Most of the cars are American here, but right there, as you can see, is what is that? That is a Citroen, as you see, right there. That is a Citroen, but let's get back to the Americans, because I think that's what most people are interested in. This is a Chevrolet Bel Air, but actually, as they told me, it's a 210, not a Bel Air, because the Bel Air was the one with the V logo right here and all the more luxurious stuff. But it's still really amazing to see cars in this good condition, this age of cars in this good of condition is something rare to see, especially here in Latvia, because you know Latvia is really far away from America, and a lot of Americans, I'd say most of the Americans, don't even know that Latvia exists. This is a Buick 8 Series 50 model 57. I read that from that right there. As you understand, me myself, I am not also ideal in American cars. I know Europeans more, not Americans, but I'll try to explain you as much as they told me. So this is a Citroen 2CV, over 9 million made. This is European. This is more known to me. This is really cool. Citroen 2C. Nice. With all the, I love how they have all these little details. The duck is there because this car was nicknamed the Ugly Duck. Also, this was repainted and the color scheme was chosen by them, so this car looks like a clown car. Because you already see, you know, that the cars back then didn't come in these colors really. They were, from what I've seen, they were like more darkish and like, mostly they were like, let's say dark green with the white fenders, or dark red and burgundy with white fenders, just like something like this right here. All of these cars have been driven, besides this one right here. This is I think one of your favorites. This is a Chevrolet Corvette C3 Coupe, and also it's a Targa, as you can see. I'm not really going to touch them, because you know this is a collection and a museum also, and I know that people don't want to clean the cars probably all the time. So then we have this right here, Buick Riviera Coupe 1973. Imagine 7.5 liter V8 that only has 264 horsepower, and this isn't even bad. I'll show you the next car, and that thing has even bigger engine and even less horsepower. This was made as a lowrider, as you can see by the color scheme and the wheels, the proper tires and everything. It also had the lowrider suspension, but they took it out because they don't drive this car. This is apparently, from what I know, the only car that they haven't driven. That explains why it doesn't have plates, my bad. The interior is really nice. I really love the way this interior is done. the white on purple, the wheel. It's proper, as they said, Mexican lowrider, American style, with all the essentials, all the lowrider LA, everything, baseball bat. Even, as you can see, right here they got the lowrider bike. This looks really dope. Next on the list we have this, right here. This is a fire truck, American Chevrolet 6400, 3.9 liter, inline six with 142 horsepower. I will be reading you the information because you can't see it that far. This one was for 54 years in Netherlands, and it was a fire truck that they used for 54 years. It's not as wide as the ones in America, because as you know, Netherlands are quite hard to maneuver through. So they had it made especially in Netherlands. Essentially this truck right here, as you can see, is this Chevrolet. Especially, well, technically, it's just twice the size and twice the weight. This is 3.5 tons, while that one is 6,000. But the front is literally the same. Besides, this one has the chrome grille on the front. I really love this. This is their newest addition to the collection. They've got this recently from Germany. Okay, let me just try to get it so it focuses, so you can see the interior. As they told me, this is a rare model because it has the side mirrors, side windows right here. As they said, the 5-window one, mostly they came with only the rear window, side windows, and the front window. This one has the side ones also. Next, we have this bike, which I told y'all that we're going to take a look at some of the bikes, because as you can see, this isn't a bike, this is a tricycle. I don't know much about it, to be honest to y'all. We can just learn while going. It says Murave, which means ant. This is called ant. I should have asked the owner what this is, but I mainly focus on cars, so I kind of. We were talking for a long time, for like 50 minutes. He was telling me a short explanation of just the cars, not the bikes. He excluded that side. He explained about the cars, these ones, and it took like 40 minutes, shortly. So, you know, I know that they have a lot of stories, and I'm actually interested in that, but I wanted to film this. So let's go way back to this corner. These two are USSR cars made in Russia, in the Soviet Union. This is a Velomax. This was made for people with disabilities who couldn't drive a normal car. It's a tricycle. It's not a car really. It's focused on the metal frame, and then it's covered around with this leather wrap. Also, it looks really cool, I'd say, for the fact that it's not really a car. It looks like kind of, if you know, it kind of looks like BAC Mono, or I'm not, maybe I'm mistaken, I'm maybe mistaken. There are those cars, those subframe cars, four-wheelers that I know that are made as sports cars, and it looks like that. This right here is not maybe as interesting as everything else, but it is still an interesting car. It's a Moskvich 408, 50 horsepower, 1.4 liter engine, made in 1966. It looks, I'd say that it looks quite new. I wouldn't say it looks already 60 years old. It looks maybe 40, 45, but maybe I'm just stuck in time. So all of the cars are on jack stands. These ones are also on jack stands. All of the cars basically are on jack stands, besides that one, because that one's being driven, and the Corvette is soon about to be driven. And I told y'all that there is a car that has a bigger engine and even less horsepower. And I'm sorry about the sounds you hear around, because outside there's an air show of planes happening right now. So yeah, this is a Cadillac Eldorado V8, 8.2 liter, biggest engine ever in an American car. In these ages, I mean, in these years, biggest engine, and it has 238 horsepower. Top speed of 190 kilometers. electric windows, electric sunroof, electric AC, full AC. I mean, a lot of stuff that modern cars have, this already had back then, which is crazy to think about, because I think not much of European cars were as advanced as this was back in those times. Europeans, I'd say, were a bit more subtle with the car choices. Next on the line we have the Buick Special Riviera, or the type is 46R, 6-liter V8 and 250 horsepower, which sounds a bit more, let's say, proper. Looking at the 8.2 liter right there. I like the more round shape of this one. I'm really a fan of these round shape American old cars, especially here in Latvia. They stand out a lot. Right here you can see US. This is something I think with the registration or something with that. The interior is amazing on these. American flag. The whole vibe of this place, if you look around, is like a little America, I'd say. It literally looks like a little America. If you'd close the door and wouldn't see the outside, which looks like Latvia, then you'd probably think this is America. Besides maybe those number plates and then the bikes, because the bikes aren't American. But okay, next on the line is a car that looks like a plane on wheels. Why? Because this is a Studebaker Champion, made in America in a plane factory. Back then, in the 50s, 60s, Americans liked this American look, I mean, not American, plane look, as you can see right here. This was the plane's nose, you would say. This even looks, right here, like a propeller, if you think of it. Also, from what I see, it looks like it has a mustache right there. But that's just my thoughts. Also, right here, if you look, the window is like on a plane. It's like more of a V form instead of like a U shape. And on the back, it literally looks like a plane. Like, this looks like a plane's cockpit. Imagine you're in the middle of the night in a parking lot, you turn on your lights, and for a second, you might think you have a plane in front of you, if it's facing backwards toward you, if you didn't know cars like this exist. Right here is the next car. Buick Special Deluxe Sedan. 4.3 liter inline 8-cylinder engine. I'm not sure if it's a V8 or inline 8. I don't know if they made inline 8 cylinders. I think this is more of a V8, but beautiful color on this. I think this thing is in a very good condition, like really good condition. Red on red, as most of the cars back then were. Interestingly enough, it doesn't have leather seats. I mean, they are leather from the side, but they are wood, actually. I mean, wool, or, well, you get it. I like how much chrome the cars had back then. Because now, if you look, the chrome is a less subtle. Maybe on some cars like out there, they're much lesser seen nowadays. Everybody wants to have anti chrome, those black trims and everything. And then you have these cars, which were chrome there, chrome here, chrome here, chrome right here, chrome on the levers, chrome inside everywhere, chrome here. Let's have a look at something else. This literally screams chrome. Chrome on the front, chrome on the wheels, chrome on the sides, chrome on the hood, chrome right here, chrome, 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 Elvis Presley, and more chrome. They're a big fan of Elvis Presley, as you can see. One Elvis Presley is right here. I think I saw one Elvis Presley somewhere. Let's go look for Elvis Presley. He was somewhere here in a car. I think, yeah. Well, here you can see more Elvis Presley. So, as the general status right now of the collection, this thing is going to be sold because they have a prehistoric, pre-war car coming inside. I don't want to say the wrong name of that car, but it's getting restored right now, and they said they're hoping that they're going to restore it in the future 3 years, which sounds crazy to many of the people that think, oh yeah, those are big timelines, 3 years. Like, you know, many people want to restore their cars, like especially YouTubers nowadays. They want to build their car in like 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, because those are YouTubers. They want to do everything faster. But here you have a collection which has been done in 20 years. That car was restored in 1 year. These cars, some of them were in 3, some in 4. It takes a time to get the parts for these cars. For example, this right here, this amazingly colored Chevrolet Bel Air, which, if you know, the front bumper was like this, resembled to the lady right there, whose name is Dagmar, which was a popular woman back then. She had, how to say it so it doesn't get banned. Well, her front chest was pointy, and that's why the front of this car has these 2 pointy pimples, one there, one there. You have really interesting ornaments compared to modern day cars which don't have something like that, which in modern day history will be unsafe to the road. I understand, because, well, if you get hit, you probably would, you probably could damage yourself really bad from this. It looks like a harpoon that will shoot at you if this car would chase you. But what I wanted to say about the restoration, this Chevrolet Bel Air, if I'm not mistaken, either this side right here or this took them, I think, 10 years to find. Yeah, I think it was 10 years to find either this part or that part. I cannot remember, but amazing collection. Maybe this, you know, this car is a bit worse shape. This car is a lot better shape. This car is in the middle. Like, what I love about their collection is that I can see that the cars are driven. You know, like this car right here, it was painted like 10 years ago, but it has some small scratches already because the car is being driven. And that is the best part. I think that people should drive their cars. This has been driven, this big thing has been driven. They have a trucker's license, so they can drive this big truck. While this still fits in the normal car category, thankfully. They have big cars, they have small cars here, they have this. They also have some cars in their private garage which are being restored. These are most of the ones that are, I'd say, more finished up, so they can be here. Funny part is, you know, these are old cars. So they have plates underneath for the oil to go into, or some of the liquids that go out, which is okay, you know. Let's have a look at some of the bikes. Here you have Javas, which were built, I think, in Czech Republic, if I'm not mistaken. And from what I've been told, this was the newest Java, which was the 90s favorite. If you were born, from what I understand, in 80s or 90s, this was your dream bike. Maybe somebody correct me in the comments, who knows. I think this was 90s kids' favorite thing or dream to own. But a lot of Latvians I know had these bikes. Like, have a look at this. This is really interesting. This looks like, I'm not even sure if I think it looks like a plane or a boat. So yeah, amazing, really, really amazing collection. I'm really proud that I came here. I saw this on the internet by a fellow Latvian car enthusiast who put it on TikTok. And then I was like, yep, I have to come here and take a look at this. And I wanted to film this to show y'all, because nobody would ever think that somewhere here in the midst of Latvia, in the middle, you could say in nowhere. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't think this is nowhere, but you know, for Americans who don't even know what is Latvia, they think Latvia is in the middle of nowhere. And then also this place is in the middle of Latvia, which means it's in the middle of the nowhere. So, and it's really cool that they have a garage like this by their house with such cool cars. Like, I don't even know much that I can tell to y'all. Probably, again, as always, there will be a lot of but, because I like to say, there are some words that I use really often in the videos, and after that I get to the part of me editing those videos, I realize that I've said some words too much, maybe like but and something like that, but I don't think it's gonna get y'all mad or it will be something that you don't like, but yeah, this is basically it. This is the final vlog. This is a, I could say small vlog. This will be probably the biggest of my vlogs that I've had, but it's quite a small vlog compared to some other people, because I know I've seen people do vlogs on museums for an hour or 2 hours, but I don't think people really watch stuff like that long. I think 20 minutes is enough for something like this, and yeah. And also peep the fit. I've finally gotten dressed up good, have good clothes on me, because well, I was coming to a museum, you know. So yeah, this is basically it. You have the famous Route 66 right there. If you look, hold on, you see Route 66, of course, because well, who doesn't know Route 66, I'd say. Thinking what else could I tell y'all? I'm not, I could say a lot of stuff about these cars if I knew, but I'm a fan of European cars, so I don't know that much of American cars. So I don't want to say false information. I just read what is on the information tables and some of the stuff that I got told by the owner's son. But there's a really cool family living here. They do this. This is a son, and this is a family collection, I could say. There's a dad who started everything, and then there's a son, and then there's somebody else from family, and everybody gets together to do this. And that is, I think, the best thing and passion about cars. The fact that everybody is included, just amazing. Let's say, like this thing was like that right there. If you look, let me just get this done. Okay, well, the camera decides to do its own thing sometimes. I'm still not used to my camera, but how I got a lot better than with the Porsche video. But yeah, let's, as you can see right here, here I am, as I said, finally dressed good enough for summer. And for the ladies, for the photos, right here you have accessories, which are hats from America. A lot of stuff that fits this, you know, theme. This 50s, 60s, 40s even 80s theme. Yeah, well, that is about it. I think this will be the end of the video. I hope y'all liked it, and I hope y'all are intrigued for the next videos. Trying to get better every time I feel something new, and yeah, well, this is the whole collection, as you can see, and it is genuinely insane. They have something like this in Latvia, a part of American history here stored in the midst of Latvia. Yep. Thanks for watching, and see y'all next time.